Cover the draft live starting Thursday, April 26th.
Well, if you want to know the answer to a question, just go to the man himself. So Oklahoma State quarterback Brandon Weeden is here. Tell us why you would say to teams you absolutely want to take Justin Blackmon in those first few picks of the draft.
I mean, you just got to turn on the tape. I mean, you can tell right away the he's a special player. And then just bring him in for an interview. I mean, he's not only a good player, and everything you see on tape is obviously, the tape doesn't lie, but, you know, he's a great guy, great teammate, extremely smart, understands the game of football, and he's gonna make a franchise really happy.
Well, certainly having him helped you as well. Your production was off the charts. What's been the #1 thing that teams have been addressing with you?
You know, I think just kind of getting a feel for my personality. You know, again, playing the quarterback position, there's more to it, I guess. You know, the off-the-field stuff, you're kind of in a different situation. And so teams are, they do a lot of background stuff, and they kind of get a feel of how you are as a person. And that's kind of the feeling I'm getting. Obviously, I'm answering the age question a lot, and, playing the offense that we played in is obviously one other thing. But everything's been really good up to this point.
One more thing, Mark, before you jump in, because obviously it's being poked and prodded by everybody. When you finished playing baseball, and that was a thing about your age and why you're now 28 coming into the NFL, there were some injury issues. How did teams address that, things with your shoulder and from having pitched?
I mean, and throwing a football is completely different than throwing a football or throwing a baseball. And so, I took an MRI at the combine, came back, everything was fine. Obviously, I've thrown tens of thousands of balls at Oklahoma State with no issues, and so, there's obviously some soreness that goes with throwing a baseball, and Mark can tell you the same thing. But throwing a football, I've been 5 years, no pain, no issues at all. So fortunately, it's been a non-factor for me.
When teams look at you, what's your #1 attribute that you bring into the NFL?
I think maturity, leadership. I think that's one thing I took a lot of pride in at Oklahoma State. I was the vocal leader. I led by example. I did a lot of things on the field and on the sideline that helped. But I think just the ability to come in and play right away and be a guy that is stable and can kind of lead the way.
You talked about the fact that you guys at Oklahoma State played in an offense where you didn't get under center. You were in the shotgun. Now all of a sudden you have to get under center. I know you had to work at that at the Senior Bowl. How are you right now, and how comfortable are you at working under the center?
That's all I've been doing. I've been under center basically since the Fiesta Bowl. I've been under center taking snaps. Haven't even taken any shotgun snaps, to be honest with you. So that helped me going into the Senior Bowl. I felt really comfortable working with Tim Rattay. He's a former shotgun guy, and so he kind of gave me some pointers and kind of got me comfortable with it. But 3, 5, 7-step drops just kind of becoming a normal habit for me. So it's been pretty simple.
By all accounts, your pro day was a big success. What's on the agenda now?
Now it's just, you make your visits to teams. Obviously, fortunately for me, I've had a lot of interest from a lot of teams. So now it's just, taking the trips to visit these teams and just kind of finish off what's been going on. I've had a great Combine, Senior Bowl, Pro Day up to this point. I feel like I've done everything I can. Now it's just kind of, talk to the teams and then see how things play out.
Who's on the agenda?
I don't know. I've got a lot of good opportunities in front of me. A lot of teams need quarterbacks, but I've got a few lined up, and I'm looking for those visits.
It is sort of a complicated scenario with you, because I think what teams have stressed most is because of your age, they feel like you need to be able to have an impact right away. But then when you look down at how teams are drafting, what type of opportunity? Does it have to be sort of the perfect fit and mix then?
Well, yeah, I mean, my situation is a little bit different. I can't sit for 5 or 6 years. That's the fact about it. But if you look at the past and look at last year with Ponder and obviously Cam Newton come in, Andy Dalton, doing the things they did, that helps a guy like me. They can come in and play right away, and that's kind of the approach I'm taking. And I think even though I'm a little bit older, I think with my state as far as where I'm at physically, I think that gives me a good opportunity to play for a long time.
Susie and I were talking about the Cleveland Browns. Obviously, right? They try to get in that RG3 battle. Now they have the 4th overall pick and they have the 22nd overall pick. You ever thought about maybe you and Justin Blackmon going as a package deal back to Cleveland Browns? How would that? I mean, would that be something that would just be exciting?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, I think both of us would be excited about that opportunity, and it's been brought to our attention. A lot of people have talked about it. So, we'll see how things stack up. I mean, the draft day is crazy. We talked about that earlier. It's it's a crazy scenario. A lot of trading going on, a lot of things going on throughout the day, and so we'll see what happens. I mean, I think that'd be a cool scenario, but like I said, it's a process. You just got to play it out.
Look at A.J. Green, Andy Dalton, the rookies, worked. You guys know each other? Trying to help you out.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Great to see you.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for stopping by. Best of luck through the process.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
When we come back, a couple of the best in the NFL.